What is good, always? Welcome back to our brand new episode. Today we're going to be talking about none other than the CR56 AMAX. Now it's mostly known as the AMAX. No one really refers to it as CR56, so we'll just refer to it as AMAX for the rest of the video. Now AMAX is a gun that for a long time, especially post integration of Cold War into Warzone, it was a fan favorite. I mean, everybody used it, from the noobs to the campers, professional players, the streamers. Everybody went with the AMAX. Now, when the AMAX first came out, it was alright. I mean, it was very competitive with also the other guns. I mean, I think I remember recoil was a bit bad, but other than that, if you put the bullets into somebody, the TTK was very high. I mean, you would down people and kill people way too quickly. A lot of people were getting a lot of what do you call them? Collaterals and team wipes just with the AMAX. Now I believe it was in season 4 post integration of Cold War into Warzone. They was highly overpowered, and they managed to nerf it, but they nerfed it down to the ground. Now it's slowly making its way back up. But this gun, it was deadly. I mean, it was deadly in its time. Right now, maybe it's a ground load, and you picked it up as a ground load, and you're trying to wonder what would be the best blueprint for the CR56 AMAX, or either you picked up a blueprint from the ground and you ended up going on a crazy ass kill streak and wanted to know the attachments. Here we're going to be looking at all the available blueprints, of course the free ones, and how to get them, of course, and all the attachments that they come with. So for the AMAX, we have actually only two, and they're both legendary blueprints. The first one is the Enigma, which was introduced in Season 5, pre-integration of Cold War into Warzone. It's a legendary blueprint. And the other one is the Season 4 one, that's also legendary, and it was introduced, of course, pre-integration of Cold War into Warzone. Now, let's look at the Emissary. Now, the Emissary is one that wasn't too bad, but people actually thought that the Enigma was the Emissary. So a lot of people wanted to get the Enigma. I'll explain to you guys in a bit why. But for some reason, people, when they saw Emissary, just maybe because the first letter and maybe the N and M are similar, a lot of people thought the Emissary was the Enigma. So people started playing with it until they realized it actually wasn't the Enigma, but they got a bit used to it. I mean, the build is not too bad. You have higher accuracy, you have higher mobility. It's not too bad. If we take a look at the attachments, in case you're trying to mimic this gun. Now again, how to unlock this gun? Right now, you really cannot unlock this gun, because it was a pre-integration of Cold War into Warzone. So these blueprints are either usually Modern Warfare guns, the blueprints are either through challenges and multiplayer, or if it's Warzone, you have to make sure that it's a very popular blueprint. That way it makes its way into the list of guns that you can unlock in the Blueprint Blitz events. And if you don't know what the Blueprint Blitz events is, just check my library, type in that name, and I explain all the video and how to unlock the maximum amount of blueprints from the most famous guns in the previous seasons, in case you guys didn't download Warzone on time. Now for the Emissary, we have the compensator muzzle, which increases that vertical recoil, handling, so it increases your accuracy. You have the FSS 8.3 intruder barrel, you have the FTAC Spartan stock, you have the CR56 rubberized wrap. Now, of course, the stipple grip tape is the best for these AR and SMGs, but the rubberized wrap is not too bad for the Emissary. It does increase the mobility. And then you have the Commando foregrip. Of course, the foregrips are always interchangeable. Some people like the Ranger, some people like the Commando. It depends really on the guns. For this gun, I think the Commando is, if I'm not mistaken, the Commando was the best underbarrel for this gun. So it's not too bad. I mean, the aesthetics of it is pretty nice. I really like it. If I'm not mistaken, the Emissary, you actually had it through the Modern Warfare multiplayer missions, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is, and I do have a video in my, also in my library, where I explain to you guys exactly how to unlock it, and all the missions you have to go through, and how to finish the missions as quickly as possible, and that way you unlock all the blueprints. Now moving on to the second and the last and the best blueprint that you want for your AMAX is the Enigma. As you can see from the top left corner, it was introduced in Season 5, and this one was with the event when they introduced the the stadium. It was pretty good because we had the new the new operator. It was what's his name? That guy with the brick, Lurch. Yeah, and everybody was using him, and it was crazy. I mean, even on my channel, you can find not only the challenge itself in the stadium where you had to, was mostly an Easter egg. You had to open a few doors and then reach the last door, enter a code. After, of course, you found out the code, and then you would get the gun. Fireworks would set off in the stadium, and it would let everybody know that you actually got the gun. It was pretty good. I did it multiple times, I believe 5 or 6 times, just because I did it first with randoms, and then a few of my friends wanted to do it, so every time a friend came on, I had to do it with them just to help them get it. So yeah, I believe I did it 5 or 6 times. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun, to be honest. A lot of decoding and stuff, which is what I like. A little puzzle in the game. But yeah, the Enigma, the best blueprint that you want. As you can see, the high accuracy, high range. Mobility suffers a tiny bit, but that's nothing compared to the control you get. Yeah, the range and the accuracy. Now, again, this blueprint you can only get it if you did the Easter egg in Season 5 pre-integration of Cold War into Warzone. Now, since you're watching this video and it's been way too long since that, you probably didn't have access to this blueprint. The only way you can is actually because it's famous enough to make its list into the blueprint blitz. At least one of the events that I saw has this gun. So always keep a lookout. They do cycle guns sometimes, because I believe 2 blueprint events in a row came with the same 11 guns. I believe they were so famous and everybody wanted them, such as the Pumpkin Punisher, Bat Out of Hell. A lot of these guns were you were supposed to get them in the big events. A lot of people that missed out on. They really want these guns, and they're pretty nice aesthetic wise. So this one too, the Enigma. I mean, the Enigma is pretty nice. It's very nice. I think it was the first like golden gun that came out that you could unlock. That's pretty nice. If you're looking to find attachments and you don't want to go through the whole hassle of actually unlocking the gun, you have to get the XRK Zodiac S440 barrel, the APX5 holographic sight for the optic, the FSS close quarter stock for the stock, the CR56 rubberized wrap for the rubberized wrap rear grip, and the Commando foregrip for the underbarrel. So as you can see, for the 2 legendary blueprints, they kept the same underbarrel and the rear grip, so it's safe to assume that these 2 are the best ones for the CRX. The barrel, they changed it a bit, but that does increase a lot of range. The holographic sight, I would change it to a 3 times if you have the gun level up. If you don't, this is probably the best blueprint, your best bet in order to get the maximum amount of kills and level up your gun as quick as possible. Even get a golden and what do you call it? Golden and diamond Damascus, whatever you feel like doing. I'll show you guys the 3D cutscene. A lot of detail gone into making of this blueprint. A lot of people tried this Easter egg, but did not manage to get it. So I mean, on one end, you do understand that people want it, so they do have a chance to get it. On the other hand, you spent so much time and effort into getting it, and now people are getting it just by some simple event. But yeah, again, it's just all marketing and stuff. Can't really do anything about it. That's pretty much it for this video. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other blueprint or attachment you want me to unlock or talk about, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll leave you guys with a few footage of a win in Clash mode. It's a new Warzone mode that keeps coming from now and then. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy and have fun.
UAV overhead. Hostiles in the air. Inbound. Contact. We've got control. Drone in the opposition. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. out one of our high-value targets. Enemy launched an advanced weapon. Double points. We're in control. Friendly sentry gun online.
Get some recon up.
Copy. Advanced UAV entering the AO. Scanning for hostiles.
Enemy launched an advanced UAV. We're exposed.
Sentry turret established. Get some recon up.
UAV entering the AO.
Less than a minute. Keep it up, guys.
Advanced UAV is.
Sentry gun down. Hunter.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
They're targeting me. Time's up. Move your ass. Enjoy the victory, soldier. Might not be so lucky next time.